Stat8 3 estimating P in binomial. So, problem 1. An article in the Washington Post on March 16, 1993 stated that nearly 45% of all Americans have brown eyes. A random sample of n equals 65, C of I, a certain college, students found 13 with brown eyes. So out of 65, 13 have brown eyes. Give the numerical value for the statistic P hat. So it's 13 out of 65. Next. Now, a recent survey showed that among 850 randomly selected subjects who completed 4 years of college, 183 smoke and 667 do not smoke. Determine a 95% confidence interval for the true proportion. So, the approach is as follows. You start off with, so you're looking at number of trials n. Okay, so you need number of trials n. You need to figure out P, right? Procedure to find confidence interval for P. Q is the probability of failure. P represents probability of success on a single trial. R be a random variable that represents the number of successes out of n binomial trials. So R is something we need. P hat is a point estimate, that is R over n. Q hat is 1 minus P hat. Number of trials should be large enough so that n times P hat is greater than 5, n times Q hat is greater than 5. Then the confidence interval is P hat minus E to P hat plus E, where E is given by this formula. Okay, so these are the items we need. All right, so let's look at. So our survey was taken among 850 randomly selected students. So n is 850. So the question is about population that smokes. So smoking is a success. 183 smoke. So 183 is R. P hat is the fraction 183 over 850. All right. Q hat is the failure. So 1 minus all of this. That is Q hat. C is 95%. Confidence level is 0.95. You need to find ZC using your table. All right, so this is T distribution, Z is standard distribution. So for 95%, 1.96 is the critical value, 1.96. And then I need to use this formula for E. So what is my interval, confidence interval? It is P hat minus E until P hat plus E. So that's my confidence interval. Okay. All right. So So in our story, we need to find ZC first. So we need to find E first. E is Z sub C, that is 1.96 times square root of the fraction. What goes on the top is P hat, which is 183 over 50 times Q hat, which is 1 minus 183 over 50 over N. N is 850. All right. So I'm going to have to subtract this from P hat and add this to P hat. So let's calculate these values. If I can find my calculator, there you go. All right. So first 183 over 850 is all of this. Okay. Now 1 minus all of this is this. That is Q hat. Okay. You have this. Now to find E, it might be helpful to, let's go stepwise. You have 1.96 times, you have a big square root, you have a numerator divided by denominator, all within the square root. Make sure it's all within the square root. Denominator is straightforward, 850. Numerator, there is a fraction first, and that fraction has been computed here. You may use this approximation or simply write the fraction down. 183 divided by 850. So that was the first part. And then you're going to have another set of parentheses. 1 minus 183 divided by 850. So make sure your expression looks as it should. Okay, so that is your E. All right, confidence interval is P hat minus E, P hat plus E. So P hat is 183 over 850. I'm not using the approximation. So P hat minus E. So here I have used the approximation from my calculator. So as far as I could, I avoided approximation. Okay. And the right hand point is P hat plus E. P hat is 183 over 850. Add E. All right. All right. So next problem will continue in our next video. Until then, bye.